Breaking news. Following Guy Sebastian's departure from The Voice last week, the 57-year-old Keith Urban may return to the competition in 2025. When asked whether he would be interested in returning to the singing competition, the country superstar did not immediately deny the rumor, as an insider revealed to You last month. This comes after a 2-year hiatus during which he served as coach. Urban, according to the source, expressed a desire to spend more time in Australia and coach on the show. He and his wife Nicole Kidman also have a big tour planned for next year, so they could all be back in the country when filming begins. In August, the beloved Keith will be performing in Australia as part of his High and Live tour. Keith made his coaching debut on The Voice in 2012, returned in 2021, and then left the show in 2022. This news follows rumors that current coaches Kate Miller-Hickey and Adam Lamard are planning to leave the show as well, following the shock exit of Guy Sebastian. An insider claims that the network is also trying to entice Urban and other former fan favorites to return as coaches. Urban, according to the source, expressed a desire to spend more time in Australia and coach on the show. He and his wife Nicole Kidman also have a big tour planned for next year, so they could all be back in the country when filming begins. In August, the beloved Keith will be performing in Australia as part of his High and Live tour. Keith made his coaching debut on The Voice in 2012, returned in 2021, and then left the show in 2022. This news follows rumors that current coaches Kate Miller-Hickey and Adam Lamard are planning to leave the show as well, following the shock exit of Guy Sebastian. An insider claims that the network is also trying to entice Urban and other former fan favorites to return as coaches. Keith Urban, Jessica Mabboy, Ronan Kett, and Leon Rimes are the ones that Channel 7 is after. According to Yahoo Lifestyle's source, Heat was questioned about returning during his grand final performance, and he seemed receptive to the notion, according to Saturday's news. According to the insider also verified that US singer Rimes 42 would most likely return in 2025. In the run-up to this year's finale, Lean's management had been discussing the future season and her hopes to change things up. According to the insider, Lean has already stated her intention to return to Channel 7 next year. The producers are eager to have her back on the show after her artist won, but they also warned that fans shouldn't expect Kate to return because she seemed out of place. Ronan Keating, 47, was last seen on The Voice Australia in 2016, and she has served as a judge for the series in the UK and Germany. From his modest origins in Australia to his meteoric rise to global fame as a musician, Keith Urban has always been willing to lend a hand to up-and-coming artists. However, when asked to reprise his mentor role on The Voice Australia following Guy Sebastian's unexpected departure, Urban's response caught everyone off guard. Rather than giving a simple yes or no, Urban gave a thoughtful response that showcased his love of music, his commitment to his own career, and his enthusiasm for fostering new talent. After years of helping contestants with his soulful insights and sharp musical instincts, Sebastian's departure from The Voice shocked fans. He was well known for his deep connection with the contestants and for providing a combination of supportive words and constructive criticism. A lot of people looked up to Sebastian as a mentor on the program. There was a huge hole left when he abruptly left, and fans and producers alike started wondering who might replace the role. Keith Urban appeared to be a perfect fit for the show, what with his background as a judge on American Idol and his long-standing reputation as one of Australia's most beloved country stars. However, when asked about returning, Urban revealed surprising details about his complicated relationship with mentoring and the show. In a recent interview, Urban talked about how the offer first caught him off guard. He chuckled and said, "I was as surprised as anyone to be asked." Urban's career is busier than ever before between world tours, recording sessions, and his own family commitments. However, he is currently at a point in his career where resuming that role would be a huge commitment, and he wanted to make sure it was the right decision for both him and the artists on the show. He mentioned that he initially felt conflicted about the timing because he had a lot going on, but that mentoring isn't something you can just have to. He went on to say that the artists deserve someone who's truly invested in their journey, not someone who's just there. Urban's response was unexpected because he chose to focus on the demands of the role rather than his own possible involvement. He discussed how his time on reality TV had influenced his music career as a mentor and artist. He compared it to performing at a concert, where you know the audience is supporting you, and said that in this setting, everyone is putting their best foot forward. Distinct kind of relationship, but Urban was hesitant for reasons other than practical ones, he noted. Talking openly about the mental and emotional toll that mentoring can take, he said that working with these artists makes you invest in their journey, through the highs and the lows. It's not something you can shake off, and at the end of the day, these people are pouring their souls out to you, so you have to be prepared to give them the same level of commitment. Urban reflected on his experience on American Idol, when he learned the weight of duty that comes with mentoring. He remembered struggling with contestants, knowing that his words of wisdom might have a profound impact on their success or failure. When it comes to guiding people's aspirations, I've always had this heavy burden of duty. I don't take it lightly. I consider the counsel I provide and if it would really assist them or whether it will simply make good TV. Urban hinted that he was hesitant in part because he wanted to keep his own creativity and mental space intact. He explained that reality TV mentoring takes a certain type of energy and, if he isn't careful, can drain his creative well. I love it, but the effect on his music is something else I need to consider, he said. It was quite surprising for fans and producers when Urban decided to return to The Voice Australia, but he had a different plan. Instead of committing to a full season right away, he suggested taking on the role of a guest mentor, appearing for shorter stints to offer focused guidance at key moments. This would allow him to engage with the contestants meaningfully without fully immersing himself in the intensity of the regular season. I gave a lot of thought to how I could make a difference without letting other parts of my life suffer. He explained that being a guest mentor gives him the chance to inspire the artists while simultaneously allowing him to focus on his own music, which is right now his top priority. The Voice production team was overjoyed by his decision and welcomed him back with open arms. Although fans were disappointed that Urban wouldn't be taking on a full-time role, they quickly embraced the idea of seeing him in a special capacity. Social media was buzzing with excitement as news of his return broke, with fans speculating about what advice and guidance he could bring to this new generation of artists. This new approach allowed Urban to bring his wealth of experience to the contestants while still maintaining his creative inspiration. Many of Urban's former contestants have gone on to have successful careers, which is a testament to the impact he had as a mentor. Watching someone grow into their destiny, and if I can assist them in any small way on that journey, is the most rewarding part of it all, Urban said, adding that his return to The Voice Australia also stirred nostalgia among fans who remembered his early days on the show. I want to help them understand that this industry is a marathon, not a sprint. He said that it's not just about that one moment on stage, but about building a career that is true to who you are. It takes resilience and a lot of heart. The announcement sparked excitement among the current contestants, who were eager to learn from someone with such a rich and varied career. For Urban, the opportunity to share lessons he learned over decades in the music industry goes beyond just performing. By selecting a role that allowed him to give his all to the contestants while remaining loyal to his own needs as an artist, HeartBreaking demonstrated that it's okay to set boundaries, even when everyone else expects you to dive in headfirst. His response to being asked back on The Voice Australia was a model of balancing passion and practicality. Finally, his unexpected reaction wasn't really about answering yes or no, it was more of an example of Urban's deliberate and reflective approach to mentoring.